Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. It might be true, y'all. It might be true. Now I had to correct myself because we was reacting to Hello Yassine. He was like, yo, some streamers had leaked his records out for the Iceman album. I was like, okay, I stand corrected. Cause I was saying the whole time, like, yo, Drake leaked this. He did that, bro. We got Fantastic Hip Hop saying like, yo, that might be the case. That might be the case. We about to get into this. Before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all pick y'all up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description for purchase. Appreciate everybody supporting the book, supporting the channel. Make sure y'all get the likes up and subscribe. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, when it comes to Drake, well, now, if you are ready to see how after his album started to leak and Drake went from playing the Iceman to the Victim Man in the public eye, now we do know that Drake has been up to this himself, but with that, not in the way that you would ever expect. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and now really, as beyond what we have already seen, we are about to explore how Drake is literally faking and trying to construct narratives to show that the industry and everybody is against him, but it's all a lie. And really, when you see the chain of events that have caused this record to leak, Drake looks weirder than ever in a way that you are not going to be ready for. Really leave those likes.
The title reads, why Drake just got caught actually leaking his own album now. Bro, let's see what he got.
Everybody can see the play as well, because right now with Drake, with all of the new information that we have seemingly just found out about the new Drake leaks and what is really going on here, it's telling us everything we need to know, and in a way, from Drake's own actions, it is going to change the Iceman album for sure, but really within a different manner than we originally thought, because now for Drake, he has done it. He turned from the Iceman to the Ice Spice Man to the White Man and now into the Plagiarism Man. And let me explain why, and why Drake is responsible for having this song leak and having the world hear it before it ever dropped. But still, why this is so weird is because he didn't actually leak it directly. As well, now from the sources talking about this and everybody who is around the Drake loser machine. Well, despite it being hard to believe, the temper tantrum that Cupcake threw is real, and everything going on with these bag shake leasers was something that Drake did not expect. And with Drake simultaneously being responsible for the leak, but not knowing who actually leaked the song and who the people who leaked the song were to the world, this is why everything is so weird and off. But also how Drake's decisions have really caught up to him here, and they have caught up to him bad. And now, who ended up blowing the whistle on all of this and everything behind the scenes? Well, is none other than low-ranking OVO reject DJ Akademiks. And this is where things are about to get really weird. So just get ready for this, as with this...
So he sent Akademiks to get ahead of the story and say that it was Pressa that did it. Yeah, Pressa did it.
Record that Drake recorded where he dissed DeMar DeRozan and is rapping like a Karen and thought he was cool for all these different references and lyrics he was making about basketball players. Well, now what Akademiks has explained and what Ak has revealed is that this song was not made anytime soon, but actually, the song was recorded about 11 months ago, and with Drake, it was supposed to be a record that he released with a rapper named Pressa, who is from Toronto, and that he seemingly did, not featuring him, but for him, and that will be very important, so just keep that in the back of your head. And again, while I don't think Ak realized it because he just got way too excited to actually be able to react to this song on stream, although he said that he heard it way before. Well, as this grown man was really having an emotional meltdown over being able to react to this Drake song, and I mean, just look at this. How could you even take yourself seriously when you are doing this to the Cupcake Karen? I mean, again, I guess this did work to our advantage, as Ak really did tell way more of the narrative behind this entire track than we...
It did work to our advantage because we don't want to hear that we don't want to hear no rollout. You know, the magazines and everything, they got to cover everything. I don't want my timeline filled up with, Icicle Man and all that shit. Nah, go ahead and do the leak. That worked in our favor. Now we ain't got to really hear about it.
We would have ever known. So now with this, What Drake did after telling this rapper Pressa that they would work and he would do the song, well, was after recording the verse take it away from him, and after Pressa was so excited that Drake also did say he was going to do a music video for the song according to Act's own words. Well, I guess this guy got what he got for working with the Cupcake Karen, which was not just getting the record shelved with a beat that he seemingly handpicked and did all of the work to put together, but now making all of this even worse after Drake told Pressa that he did a music video for the song too, and it was gonna take place in a mall. Well, Drake lied to Pressa, changed plans very quickly, ended up using the originally promised video for this song for No Face from 100 Gigs, if you remember that trash. And then on top of all of that, he just held back this song altogether. I mean, Drake left this guy in limbo, and seemingly what we have all found out and what Pressa found out right at the end of Iceman episode 2 with the rest of us was that Drake was now going to use this song for himself and this record, and maybe even take him off of it. And now, while there are people who are going to see this and try to dispute it and act like Drake didn't do anything,
this what he be doing behind the scenes. He stabbed Pressa in the back like that, man. You know he had his hopes up high into getting on that song with Drake, man. You his role model, man. You his role model. You know he wanted to be on that track, that video, and that song, man. You know he wanted to be in the mall riding with you, hanging outside of the coupe, the car, or whatever, the golf cart, whatever the hell y'all was riding in. You know he wanted to be down with that.
Anything because they think he's the best person, although of course he is not. For us in reality, let's just break this down, which honestly is pretty simple. When we do know how Drake has taken from other artists in the past and how he has treated many of his collaborators, which just ask I Love McConan, he is literally working as a chef now. This is on brand, and we cannot be too surprised by the vulturous ways that this
shout
guy
out to I
uses,
Love
because
McConan,
everything is lining up in terms of it just making sense and fitting within the character and person that Drake has shown he is, especially when he is working with these younger artists who are easier to exploit. And so with this, fast forward to now, and while Akademiks did not say directly anything about who leaked the song because he's friends with Pressa and he knows that Drake is gonna call him and probably whine and yell at him just like he did Adin Ross, I mean, anybody who can read the room can clearly tell that, well,
Akademiks trying to be Lil Durk, and you got Drake trying to be Kendrick Lamar, man.
Pressa has been sitting on this track that Drake took from him, waiting for his moment to happen, and after Drake previewed the beat on Iceman episode 2, which of course is teasing that he may use this record and then do something with it, Pressa has now given up on ever getting this moment because seemingly now everything was showing him that Drake was going to leave him off the actual song that was originally his in the first place. And I guess understanding that, Pressa pretty much just thought that he would leak this version of the record and actually get some sort of a moment out of it itself. And that's why his verse is here alongside Drake's. And to be honest, I do think seeing how Drake framed this track as being a big moment, maybe it would have been a timestamp track or something like that. And honestly, with how emotional Drake is, it does feel like that in a way. I mean, when has Drake had another rapper in this series, especially at that, an unknown one pretty much joining him here? Because with all of the other records that Drake has made, well, now from the series and cloth of songs that this looks like it will be in, to just the Iceman singles as a whole, we are seeing that these names are making his songs less chart friendly and less listenable overall, I guess, to this bigger audience who just does not have any sort of media literacy or does not want to listen to just more trash artists on top of Drake's trash in the first place. And again, as we can also take away from this that Drake is once again neglecting and actually making worse off his own city's rap scene by doing this to Pressa. Again, this all makes sense. It's very on brand for him. And so now here we are where Drake is...
Where's Pressa from? Is Pressa Canadian or is he from the UK? Somebody please let me know in the comment section.
Teasing a record he did with somebody and never contacted Pressa again to clear anything or to keep him on the song seemingly. And well, now within all of this noise, now the song has leaked and come out. And now while the bag chasers are trying to use this to push some weird things they got going on, what is very important to be aware of here and where I think the entire argument of Drake leaking this himself just falls apart, despite how funny it would be if he would have done it directly, as it would have been so pathetic, all comes down from the fact that while these guys said they have some other leaks and they are going to play the entire Iceman album, we have not heard any of that, and we have only heard this song. And to really think that they have this Iceman album like they keep alluding to, they would probably play another track or two if they had anything. But as they only have this track that Akademiks said that Pressa had hold of and that he was sending to some other people for a time, I mean, once again, something is clearly adding up here, and it really just seems like Pressa has turned against Drake once and for all. And so with this now, as we understand that Pressa put this record out, or somebody on his team did, really to just get back at Drake for once again wasting and taking another artist's hard work. I mean, with Drake never doing anything with this record or being straight up with him or giving him the proper credit that he should have had for all of it, once again, we are seeing Drake just be one of the worst forces in hip-hop music and really all of media, because not just did he hold back another rapper here, but to promise Pressa this song and then get to a point where you were gonna put it out without him? I mean, I guess I would be mad too, but now as Drake's own city has ended up dissing him once again and showing that he really doesn't.
And this is what Drake gonna do. He gonna go from state to country to city to city to city and try to copy what he see them doing, what's making them popular, and he's going to try to, give that to his audience, give that to his fans.
Not run things the way he tries to say. Well, as this track is coming from his home grounds, it almost does make the situation even funnier, and once again just showing that Drake really did not plan for all of this to happen, and he is trying to take and shut things down. Well, with Drake's not just mad reaction, but with him actually getting the track removed from pretty much every single place you could have heard it, which means that the song did have a plan to be released on some level, and it's already in databases and files to match up and pull the song off. Well, once again, this does show that Drake has been planning something with this record, and he doesn't want this leak to try and spread around and create the narratives and press that it already has, which also haven't been good. And so with this now, what I will say is that in the Drake playbook of lies, he has not leaked this song, which to be honest, as Drake does not usually leak songs but teases them in other official stuff, because his very goal with all of the music he drops, and the only goal of it, well, is to make literally every single thing he can get from it. Well, again, when you understand this and know how Drake has always been like this, it really does now leave us with one possible explanation with everything that we know, which is that Pressa put this out towards Drake in a statement which once and for all is showing that even his own city does not support him, simple as that. And so for Drake, when we really just look at this, to make a song with an artist and lie to the artist about it, let them down, shelve the record, and then take it for yourself and never tell them about it, and actually remove them from the track. And at the same time as you do this
ain't nothing new. This is nothing new. Them guys that be complaining about Drake, them other rappers, them other artists complaining about Drake, this is the stuff that they be complaining about. You know this man wanted to be on the track with you. They look at you like you a god or something like that, bro. And you gonna sit up there and take his Christmas like that, man. Poor stink, man. Look at Pressa, man. Looking all sad, man.
You know that the guy who you are doing wrong to and messing with has this record and could put it out to ruin it and your moment. And once again, if you know anything with Drake leaks, which I am sure this guy did, it's that anytime something does slip through the cracks, he's not like a Playboi Carti who will still drop it. He never ends up putting out the music, and we have seen that happen with a ton of collabs, which at the top of the list, people got really mad when that Roddy Ricch song dropped and then Drake never put it out after somebody took it. Well, now with all of this, what we can pretty much say for certain is that based on the history of everything, this song is now never gonna come out and drop the way it would.
He don't be dropping the songs when he on songs with people. He don't be dropping them because he be picking apart their lyrics. He be picking apart their cadence. He be picking apart their flows, and then he adopt the flow.
Was seemingly supposed to, unless in the small chance that Drake is so desperate and really has nothing, he may break this rule that he has had for a while and put out this record, which if he does, this really is Drake confirming that he has absolutely ran out of all ideas and that all that is left in his vault is garbage. And so now if Pressa and his people just wanted to get this song out in some shape or form the way they were promised, and at that before Drake erases him and his work from it, well, they did just that, because they have now controlled the moment, I guess, and made sure that Pressa's name is attached to this record and we are all discussing it. And while they also now have messed up Drake's Iceman album and one of the songs that he was teasing forward, and at that, something that was supposed to be a big moment. And when we just see that this is where we are at, well now once again, while I said I don't support leaking music ever because it is just disrespectful to the game and craft of everything, if you pretty much take another artist's song, remove them from it, which is what this looked like, and then try to reap all of the rewards for something that for all intents and purposes, who knows, Pressa could have wrote this song too, and that's why the response is
told you, actually
different to it for once. I mean, once again, Drake is really showing that he is the worst, as he is continuing to mute more voices and rappers to have a chance at thriving or just doing decent alongside him. And when we see this, I think this song in this moment also proves so many different other narratives about Drake to be more than true than ever, which at the top of this list, this is a prime example of the whole conversation around Drake putting other artists on and giving them big moments, which, let's face it, is a lie, as Drake doesn't put—
Yeah, those is the young guys that was dealing with the crypto and all of that, had their own crypto. So, well, hell, you was saying it like Pressa was giving them the song to leak, and they would probably, this was his theory, they would probably give Pressa a part of their coin or whatever. After they dropped the Drake leak or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It go up and they, snatch and grab their profits off of the coin. But I don't know, man. I think Drake behind the whole thing. I think he's behind the whole thing. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, because he has a track. He got a history of doing this weird stuff behind the scenes. We all see it. We all know it. There's going to be more stuff to come. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.